And of course, in true talking shop fashion, and luckily I talk loud enough. I was
Well, you might.
using I was using the wrong mic. You could still hear me though, right?
Well, I thought you sounded a little off, but I didn't want to be the guy to say anything because it's always me. So I just went, well, he's
Well, I'm looking
just
down. I'm looking
maybe
down.
he's a little quiet today.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me restart it again. Another restart. Welcome to Talking Shop, guys. Hey,
Oh, God,
congratulations
thank you.
to
Thank you.
maybe Balls Deep, or it depends on who's editing this week. Balls Deep or Big Mel
Well, that's a whole nother fight.
or
We
D's.
you could hear I could hear you.
Okay.
Just not like now you're a little much.
Now I'm perfect. And I think
Now
I'm always a little
now
much.
now I'm perfect.
Somebody said something about I went to Epcot yesterday, and
Yes, you
yes,
did.
I was with people and they were drinking around the world a little bit.
Sure.
And they said, yeah, well, talking about visiting people, visiting and bringing your kids along. And I said, I think the Allegras are what the kids use nowadays. My family, if we bring all of our family, all of my kids to somebody's house, I think we're considered a little bit extra because it's kind of hard to, because we're a lot to deal with,
You're like the Griswolds on steroids.
Yeah. And I got to say something quickly. Last week I cracked open a Zevia on
Sure.
on the air, and I joked around saying I'm falling off the wagon. I'm falling off the wagon, and I
Okay.
actually got a couple of messages from people saying, "Fuck, did you fall off the wagon, brother? Are you still?"
Oh,
And
the concerned public. That's good. It's nice.
it is, but I also I don't want to. People need to understand, please, friends, fans, people, humans.
You're not joking about your sobriety?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but I've always used humor. Like, hey, you're in trouble with,
Sure.
you're in trouble with something. I go, well, here's a joke.
Well, we're good self-deprecators. I was saying this yesterday about a
Yeah, we
completely
are.
separate topic, and sometimes if you use self-deprecating humor too much, even though we think it's funny and we get the joke, it backfires because other people
Yeah.
take it in a literal sense. And I mean, damn, guys, I'm glad.
Yep.
In the situation you're talking about, it's different. But some of the shit that people have gone, did you really do that? And I go, no, I didn't
Yeah.
really do that.
Yeah.
I was trying to make you laugh. Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Exactly. I'm sorry. So I wasn't joking about sobriety.
Right.
I am full blown. I'm on the horn. I'm not especially uh,
Oh, here we
prepared.
go. You sure? You sure, pal?
Yeah, I almost threw up on the mic there.
He's
I
sober, but he almost puked when he shoved that mic down his throat.
Now, the funny thing would be is if I was lying. Now, this would be funny if I was lying to my best friend and my wrestling partner about my drinking.
Well, we have a term, and this is not to make light of anything, and it's not a current term, but a term from years past where there were guys who would go, "Well, I'm sober," and then you'd
Yeah.
walk into the airport at 6 o'clock in the morning. They're having a double Bloody Mary, and you go, "Oh, he's brother sober." You're not brother sober. You are really sober, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Not naming any names, just this is the way it used to
Yeah,
be.
it's
Or
just the way it is.
that's
I
oh
got my
my
eyes
God, man,
watering.
I've been clean for 6 months, and then you hear a little rattle, and you go, Has he got Tic Tacs? Oh no, he's taking pills."
No, well, yeah, well, that's the really being a brother that I am, and the brother that people know
Right.
about me. I have to actually say, yeah, I'm sober now, and then I
Yeah.
have to actually say, so I say
And
I'm sober now. Then they go really, and I go, yeah, 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 for real sober,
not
not
brother sober.
not brother sober. And, okay. So I've got to double down on it,
Well,
and
hey, you're
and that,
just letting
that's
them know.
that's the sign of a true addict, and
Yeah.
people and the sign that people know you're truly an addict is when they actually go, hold on, are you? And they're like, yeah, yeah, man, hold on, I really am.
They fix their glasses a little bit and really
Yeah,
tune into you.
yeah. And then when I confirm that I truly am, they go, oh fuck, man,
Oh
goddamn.
man, that's good.
I'll say this: Chelsea Green, Matt Cardona's wife, friend of
Yeah.
our friend of the room. She said something about a picture I'd put outside in the pool, and I was
Yeah.
ripped at this time, and I told her,
Mhm.
hey, yeah, I don't drink anymore, and she goes, really? And I said, yeah, yeah, completely sober for like however amount of times it was at that
Mhm.
time, and she
Mhm.
did this for the people on Triller Plus and the Roku channel that can see this. She went,
The visual aids, yes.
she went, Like, I mean, she shot back
Like a physical cell.
like a physical cell. I said, shit, how much did the brother
Oh,
annihilate the world with his thing?
that's
Anyways, good morning. Enough of all that. How is everybody doing? I
good
hope everybody's
morning.
doing fucking great. Welcome to Talking Shop. This won't drop until Friday or Saturday or Sunday. I believe Friday morning is our time now, but hopefully you checked out Late Night Grin with Joe or Joel
Joe
Hoover,
or Joel Hubert, yeah.
which is going
Holbert,
to be
Holbert, Hubert.
that's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope that we can continue with that. But here's the thing:
Yeah.
Talking Shop has a pretty big announcement. Now we don't have a date for it yet, but go to our YouTube channel, Talking Shop on YouTube. You can see which one it is. Talking Shop Podcast on YouTube. We are about to start doing lives, going live on YouTube. It's
We are
time.
going to piss some people off, but that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's truly time. Big LG, how was our weekend last weekend? I mean, we
Our
haven't had a
weekend,
chance to talk about it.
weekend was pretty great. We flew down to it was a busy weekend, but from the weekends we've been having, I mean, we came off of like a 5-day run. By the time we were home the previous weekend, this weekend we went into El Paso, Texas on Saturday. We had a great time down there. We went to Pro Wrestling Legacy. They reached out to us. We taught a 2.5 hour seminar, which is something that we didn't always clamor to do, but every time we end up in that situation, we have a great time. Then we had a meet and greet in El Paso, presented by Outlaw Beer, which is based out of El Paso at a place called Shorty's, and there was an amazing Bullet Club Good Brothers turnout there.
Yes.
That's not a brother lie. We walked in and we go, holy shit, these people are here to rock, and they were. It was really cool. Man, there were a lot of people with BC and Good Brother tattoos. I didn't know it was such a thing, but it was. We saw a lot of those. Signed a lot of pictures and skin. And then the next
Yeah.
day we went to something that was really, really cool. Lucha Libre Fest put on by Ciudad Juarez across the river, across the Rio Grande from El Paso was Lucha Libre Fest. And the president of the city was there. He was on hand. AAA's Pagano. We saw Negro Casas, but Pagano
Negro cast.
Negro Casas. We've learned that Pagano and Negro Casas. No, Negro Casas.
Negro cast.
Negro Casas. Pagano is from Juarez. So him and the city manager, the president of the city, put
The
this
mayor, yeah.
Lucha Libre Fest, but he's called the president,
They
which I
call the
love.
president, yes.
Yeah. But they put on this Lucha Libre Fest, and there were thousands of people, and there was Lucha Libre all day long. It was like a celebration of not only professional wrestling, lucha libre, the Mexican culture of pro wrestling, which has been around for hundreds of years. It was really cool. We were the main event with Magno and Cinto, the former Sin Cara. So we had a big
Cinta de Ora.
Cinta de Ora. So that was cool, and we got a bunch of Mexico stuff coming up. And then let's see,
Well, boots. I wanted to say boots to ground in Mexico. Like we legitimately in Mexico, in Juarez, Mexico, and it's so great to get to places like Mexico, Puerto Rico, or wherever we've been going lately, especially when we've gone out of the country. But when we've been doing this independent kind of run, I guess we can call it. This is almost another. It's like another era of Good Brothers' career.
This is a run. Look at our schedule the past however many months.
Yeah, no, it's been and somebody said, hey, we got a date for you on December 20th or something, and I said, it's a no-go. And it's, you don't want to, you want to take some time off around Christmas. And I said, no, it's over. Like we're done until February. Like,
now we're running through we're running through next year's weekend dates, which is a great thing.
Well, it was what I was saying was, but being in Juarez, Mexico, though, me and you walking in the city, and the amount of Good Brother / Bullet Club fans, but I think the Bullet Club thing just comes along with what it was. But the amount of Good Brother fans in Juarez, Mexico, was a bit eye-opening. Just walking around in the public setting beyond the wrestling festival.
Yeah, we went to a traditional Mexican restaurant, which was super fun
Yes.
on Sunday for lunch, and they had the table. As soon as we sat down in there, the table set up with a Good Brother sign on it. All the waiters, the wait staff came over, took pictures, hung out. It was very cool to see that in Juarez and to see it as we go around the world. It's very very cool for us, and the tour keeps on rolling, baby. We got a big weekend coming up as well.
Yeah, it's just great to see. It's great to be reminded of your international fans
Sure.
and yeah, and what we've done the last decade. Fuck, there's a little bit of equity there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And before I get into, we got some wrestling topics to cover this
Let's hear
morning.
it.
But before we get to that, coming up as we do this coming weekend, and hopefully this will drop Friday morning as we sit
Friday
here
morning. Friday
Wednesday
AM is our
morning.
time now.
Yeah. So Friday, I'm doing the Georgia Brother booking. We talked about Action
Yes.
Wrestling. The great Matt Griffin has me coming up to Tyrone for the Lights Under Tyrone Festival, I believe that it's called. So I'll be there on Friday. But then Saturday, we meet up in Gainesville, Florida.
Yep.
The Florida Wrestling Empire. We have a big tag match down there. This is when we talk about being back in the middle of a run. We're on a tear because I this is a new promotion in Florida. I think NXT's running Saturday night in Gainesville, which we love that. That will
Full
be
blown competition with
full blown
NXT.
competition from this promoter who just said, "Here we go." You and I are on top of the
We're gonna
bill.
be spying. We're gonna be
We're
spying
gonna,
on the
oh
on the
yeah,
building. How many people they
yeah.
got drawn in
I
there?
might I might attack somebody in the parking lot like old NWA style. I haven't decided yet, but
Storyline wise, of
yeah, yeah,
course.
yeah. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's why, of course, storyline wise, maybe break their arm in the car door. I'm not sure yet, but
Yeah,
storyline
that well,
wise.
and that will set up our return to NXT
Sure,
probably.
sure, sure, sure.
You know
But,
what I
but,
mean?
but moving into that,
We'll
so
cross
that'll
the line like Mustafa Ali did last night. I just saw.
there. All right, you relax. Now we're getting to that.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
cross. We're gonna cross the fucking line one way or another. You know, we've crossed every line. Fuck it. Here we come again.
yeah, yeah. A lot of people say, "Well, we hate the forbidden door." That's because we're the first ones to walk through it. There you
That's
have it,
true.
folks. Go ahead
How
and
come
look it
when we
up.
say we've said on the podcast every week we're returning into WWE and it never makes any
Yeah,
headlines.
yeah. Nobody takes the clickbait. Come on, guys. Somebody put it out there for fuck's
Yeah,
sakes.
we're crossing the line. Just wait until we cross the line again. You're gonna go, fuck, why do they keep leaving WWE and coming back? I say it just happens that
It's
way.
just line crossing,
It's just
guys.
the
It's
way
not a
it
big
is, you
deal.
know. We
Well,
gotta
then,
restructure. We restructure our contract every couple of years, you know.
yeah. Then we leave Gainesville, Florida. I have a 4.5 hour drive back to Atlanta to then hop on a flight to Portland, Oregon to go to Prestige Wrestling on Sunday at
Yeah.
Roseland. Big
So
show
let's
there.
talk about that. Why the 4? So you should have rode the 2 hours back to my house,
Yeah.
which would have been easier. But it is nice to get back to your own bed because we have been very busy.
Not in this setting, not
This setting is
necessarily.
tough. So you've got a 4 hour drive, and you're going to ride with Easy E, our driver, right? The great
Right.
Easy E.
The
So
great Easy. Yeah.
Easy E is going to drive
Great,
you.
great Falcons Nester, easy. If you're not in the
Great.
Falcons Nest, jump over to patreon.com/talking shop. All kinds of fun to be had in
Yeah.
there.
So you're going to drive the 4 hours there. We're going to work in Gainesville. Do you know where to get tickets for that? Like, or what that promotion is?
I do
Uh,
know
uh,
the
uh,
promotion. I don't know exactly what the ticket situation is, but let me look right here. I'm sure we can pull it up real quick. But yeah, so I
this is a brand new promotion, and this is its debut show in Gainesville, Florida. Correct?
yes, never say never. Saturday, October 4th, 2661 Northwest 51st Street, Gainesville, Florida. FWEWrestlingEmpire.com. On the thing, the graphic I put out there is a QR code, but FWEWrestlingEmpire.com for tickets to that. Yeah, so that's where we'll be, baby boy.
Yep. And that's
On
okay. So we'll
Saturday.
drive there. We wrestle there. You're going to drive 4 hours back home. You're going
Yeah.
to sleep in Atlanta, and then you got
Well,
probably a 6 a.m. flight.
sleep. Yeah, I was gonna say sleep's a rough endeavor on
Yeah,
that, especially if we're on last.
we're going to be on last,
But you
but
know what I'll do is I will sleep as we cross the country and fly to Portland, Oregon. Then I'll wake up and I'll be ready for Prestige. I'll be ready for Roseland. That'll be a lot of fun.
which is a huge show. I mean, they're promoting this. It might be the last show, it's one of the last 4 shows. It's been
Yeah.
announced by William, the owner, that it's going to be one of the last 4 shows, is it, I believe, of Prestige Wrestling, which
Yep, we got a tag team title match there. That'll be a lot of fun. And then we go into a triple shot next week. But talking about
here we go.
crossing the line, did
Yes.
you? So I'm reading the headlines this morning. So it's NXT versus WWE, but WWE's NXT version. And I believe that's on an upcoming NXT show. But
Okay.
it is interesting as a headline grabber to see WWE versus TNA. Now, is it more interesting now, or would it have been more interesting back in the Spike TV days? I don't know, but it is something that it's cool to visually see all these things as people cross over. But
Well,
I
yeah.
think
Well, I think it's safe to say that, of course, it would have been the time to do it would have been back in the Spike TV days, right?
right,
I mean, that's
right,
just obvious, right? Because
right.
half all those guys there are now big stars, have come on and become big stars in pro wrestling, like the Samoa
Or
Joes and
yeah,
AJ Styles
or
and Bobby
complete
Roode, and
legends. Yeah.
yeah, and the Sting then was there, and the
Yes.
the Kurt Angles and all that. So
Rob
that would
Van
have.
Dam, Kurt Angle, the Hardys. Yeah, yeah, for
Of
sure.
course, so but to be able to see any
Me.
kind of crossing over is fun to see people working together. Of course, this is. I mean, we love everybody working together. We can't. I wish everyone did work together. It'd be a lot easier.
Ain't gonna happen.
No, it would. Well, and I only saw it because I wake up early. I jumped in the cold tub. I
Yeah.
opened my phone and I just by habit went to Twitter, and it was the first thing I saw
You went to Twitter
was
by happenstance?
by happenstance. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You went there by happenstance.
Yeah, it was by happenstance, and I saw Mustafa Ali make his glorious return to WWE television inside the NXT arena. I don't know the reactions to it or what it was, but that's all I saw. Did you watch any of it or see anything else?
No, I saw it on Twitter as well. I
Well,
got
then
caught.
didn't they TNA all run in last week or something and kind of beat everybody up?
So TNA ran in last week, from what I gather. This week, Ava made the teams for TNA versus WWE for this upcoming event. And then there was the Mustafa Ali thing. Now, I don't know if this is part of the buildup or not, or part of the way that we do wrestling sometimes. But from what I read this morning during my morning dump, we'll call it.
Yeah.
um,
Well, but we're so ridiculous. Like people are clamoring for us to do wrestling talk, and then we don't want to watch wrestling, and then now we're just talking about it. We have no fucking idea what's going on.
well, I listen. I got my dad's in town. I have a baby. I'm a wrestler. I'm managing our bookings for
No,
God's
but
sakes. I got to put together a whole presentation for Lariato this morning. After this is over, I got to do
yeah,
late night grin with Joe Hilbert.
that's even better. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Continue
So,
now. So what happened on NXT? I ain't got no fucking idea. That's
I'm trying to tell you, you keep interrupting me.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, what I read though was, and this was like a Mustafa Ali quote and part of his promo, maybe apparently. See, we don't know what we're talking about,
That's
but
exactly.
I guess it's been 2 years to the day since he had a shot at the North American Championship
Okay.
2 years ago. Apparently on this date, and then he was before the match took place, he was unceremoniously released. I believe Trick Williams replaced him. He got the match, and Mustafa Ali went away. So now 2 years later, he's back to take his shot. Now, whether it's actually accurate, if it's 2 years on the dot or whatever, it is good for the storytelling that the guy wants to come and get his comeuppance. And I think, as we know, he's a heel or a bad guy there. But storyline's got to be the TNA wants their titles back, right? Because they lost them all to WWE.
We listen. If we're going to talk about this, we have to research it.
Listen, I'm telling you what I think. I'm gonna listen.
So what I
I'm an,
think,
I'm an
so
analyst.
from what you're telling me, you think happened. I'll tell you what
Yes.
I think might be going on.
Maybe I'll read the results.
I think neither of us got a fucking clue. How about this? Huge announcement from people from a company that we work for who we consider to be a home, especially right now, because we don't belong to anybody. But I think we belong at least we belong to a lot of places. Yes, Lariato Pro, one of them. But how about Fourth Rope Wrestling announcing their massive, huge Heels Have Eyes show, Six Flags in Newark, New Jersey on October the 30th. That's big stuff.
Massive.
And we've been a part of Fourth Rope now since our debut in Paris, France.
Yeah.
Right. And then we did West Side Gun Day in Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
Fourth Rope, dude, there's something really fucking insanely cool about it. And we're always in touch with Smoke Dizza. We talk to him, at least weekly, right?
They
And
have a special thing there. It's a different element, man. It feels so cool. It feels underground, but it also feels like it's pop culture cool because it is. Paris really opened our eyes, and then this last event in Buffalo, and I think that this show is a themed Halloween show, and they got all kinds of special shit planned for that, which I think is going to make it exceptionally badass. And I think that there's a lot more of that to come. They have another announcement coming before the end of the year. We don't want to spoil anything, but another big opportunity to see it. So if you haven't seen Fourth Rope yet, check it out. It's for the culture, as they say. You're combining rap, pro
Yeah.
wrestling, a party, all these badass wrestling stars. The vibe of it is very, very cool.
Yeah. So did you, I was actually doing a little promotion yesterday.
Yeah,
As I was walking around Disney World, I went to Epcot and
yeah,
I ran into a couple of quote unquote sponsors, people that do sponsors and stuff,
yeah,
and I was talking with them about it, and they were asking about Fourth Rope, and I told
yeah.
them, yeah, did you see the announcement about Fourth Rope? And I was explaining that, about how cool it was, and I was trying to explain exactly what it was, and then as I was explaining it, I saw them getting kind of excited about it because it was something completely fucking different,
Different.
And
Yeah.
each show that we've been to has been packed.
Yes.
And that's what makes it so fun, is that the people are there and they're rocking and rolling. And Buffalo was so cool. But you've done the Six Flags from Louisville, right? Was it Louisville? Did you do the Six Flags stuff?
I did Six Flags Louisville, and I also did Six Flags in Six Flags over Georgia. And this was all years ago, like Deep South, OVW. These are shows from 2006, 2007. But the difference here, it's Six Flags is a cool vibe anyway.
It's a
But
hard get too, right? Like you can't just
it's a,
walk
it's a
in and say,
massively hard get. A lot of people
yeah.
have screwed it up in Atlanta over the years, which is probably a reason I could never grab it. But
But Six Flags it's $1 billion industry, right?
yeah, Six Flags is massive. It's a huge entertainment amusement company. But I think the other thing that's cool about this is when I did those shows, they were cool, and they would have, like, I remember Ric Flair came to Six Flags in Louisville, which was a big deal in that time period, and Bobby Lashley came to Six Flags over Georgia and different shit like that. But
See,
the shows were in the middle of the day. They're in the middle
yeah.
of the day. You just kind of, and it's a little weird because it's hot, it's summertime. You just kind of walk out there and wrestle. The people are spread out, but this is a whole Halloween, not Halloween horror. That's a Disney thing, and Six Flags is different. But
Yeah.
the whole Halloween vibe and the way they have this plan with the lights and the costumes and all the shit you're gonna see there, I think it's gonna be one that people are. I think this might be the hottest show that Fourth Rope has done. It's gonna be a huge attention grabber, and I think the visual of it, once they release that footage, people are gonna go, "Wow, what the fuck? That was awesome."
Did you see, yes, Fourth Rope is cool. Make sure you go check it out. If you can get tickets from Newark, New Jersey, for Newark, New Jersey, or fly in there.
Yeah.
If you're part of that, please. And if you like,
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna fly to Saudi Arabia for WrestleMania 27, you might
yeah,
as well. You might as well
you might
come
as
to
well fly
Fourth
to
Row.
Fourth Rope,
Shit.
or fly to Dublin, Georgia here. When's your next
Yeah.
Dublin, Georgia show?
Well, the next Dublin,
David,
Georgia show
what's your
is
name?
that'll be November the 22nd. Our schedule is so full
Yes, we can't even be on
that
our own show.
it's tough to be on our own shows. We got
Laser
this.
didn't book me for our own show.
Oh, trust me, buddy. I know. Yeah, I own the fucking thing.
I said, Laser, I was thinking, you got to book Gallows, but he didn't even book you. It's yours.
Well, he doesn't have a choice in that portion of it. We were already booked for a lot of money somewhere else.
Oh
um,
shit!
but the other thing in wrestling news, and you may have not even seen this. We
Oh, fill
saw
me in.
well,
I like that we're now broadcast journalists.
we are broadcast journalists,
Yeah,
analysts, anything you want.
yeah, whatever you need.
Well, we saw the announcement come last week. We brushed on Talking Shop that AJ Styles is going to have one of John Cena's final retirement matches. Everyone's
Yes.
acting like they didn't see this coming. Don't know if that's true or not. But then, I guess on Raw, AJ and his longtime storied Bullet Club partner Dragon Lee were in the ring, and and he, he hit the line. He hit the forbidden line that was taken away years ago. That he gets the opportunity to beat up John Cena. So
Mm.
that portion of the story, the boys are never far away. When
So
there's
I
a
did
story
see
with
that.
no
Yeah.
ending. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
he do? Well, what is he doing in the ring with AJ Lee? Is it AJ Lee? No,
No,
Dragon Leech.
He's not tagging with CM Punk's wife. Not right now.
What's he doing in the ring?
That could be next year if he resigns.
What is he doing in the ring with Dragon Lee?
Well, they were a tag team.
Is there a reason for that?
Sure. The Lee Styles Express is
going to that's it. Listen, we had guys, do you want us to email Talking Shop Good Brothers, TALKN SHOP goodbrothers@gmail.com. If you want us to watch this stuff, I'll tell you, I have to start. I'm not sure I can sit and watch it and then review it, because if I start doing that, what?
You just said the most marketable thing of the week.
Let's hear it.
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, their team AJ Lee. Are they going to be able to trademark that? There's an AJ Lee return, and then in the men's tag division you have Team AJ Lee, and then over in the women's division you have AJ. There's 2 AJ Lees on WWE. I broke it here first on Talking Shop. There's your clickbait for the week.
I do want to say
Team AJ Lee.
I do want to say this. I have to ask this. This just fits in perfectly with where I wanted to talk about, in a great way to just wrap it up. We can talk about this this could be a phenomenal conclusion.
Well, we'll see.
I saw a report, my friend Sean Ross Sapp, right?
Yeah, I'm glad you learned his name.
Yeah, so Sean Ross Rapp or Sapp, whatever it is. So then I'm thinking, is this really the state of pro wrestling media? Is this really considered news? Are we this fucked up?
You're gonna be a little bit of a feather ruffler here?
No. I'm not a feather ruffler. So again, this popped up.
Not a serial botherer, not a feather ruffler.
This popped up, and I love. This isn't a. I'm not causing any problems. I'm just
Okay.
talking. I'm just talking. I'm just like, is this news? Tell me this.
Okay.
And I saw this on Twitter, and Sean will hear this and read this and see this, and we'll text about it, I'm sure. According to Fightful Sean Ross Sapp.
Yes.
I learned his name. Via Fightful Select.
Sure.
Is this really news? Tell me if this is news.
Well, if you'll read it to me, I'll let you know.
Call-ups in WWE now are much more flexible than they were during the Vince McMahon regime. Gone are the days when talent would be immediately pulled from NXT, which would leave the third brand in a creative slump without its top stars. Sapp reports in the past, WWE knew there were certain points in the year where call-ups would take place, but over the last year, call-ups in WWE have been handled significantly different than they have in the past. Not only are call-ups much more of a secret. See, I can't even get through it. Not only are call-ups much more of a secret than they have been in the past, but there isn't a strict edict of taking the talent off NXT TV after being called up. The new lighter road schedule for the WWE main roster allows NXT talents to handle things differently, allowing them to finish up their NXT run from the storyline perspective. Unlike the Vince McMahon regime, look, we can't even keep straight faces. Unlike the Vince McMahon regime, it seems WWE values veteran presence on NXT and at the Performance Center. This has allowed more crossover between the 3 brands. Now, I'm not saying that that's not okay. That's a great, phenomenal report, Sean.
Riveting.
Is this where we are?
Yes.
Is this where we are with the news?
It was clearly a slow news day.
It was clearly a
slow news day. But
I don't even know what that is, though. What does that even mean?
What he's saying is, like, back in the day, they would, like, Jim Cornette has this famous rant where they had somebody in the big main event to close off their storyline, and Vince called him up, and they didn't get to do the match, and it ruined the show. So what he's saying is they're closing out their run storyline wise, which I
understand that, but I need to hear this. Do you fans, if there's fans listening to Talking Shop right now, do you really truly read that report and go, "Oh yeah, that is fucking cool"? Are you kidding me? No. Is that really what you want to hear?
No.
Come on. I hope that's not what gets the fans off. You know what I'm saying, big man?
But that's not Sean Ross Sapp's fault necessarily. That's just whatever was.
Of course, that's not Sean Ross.
That's whatever was leaked to him.
You know what that means? That means that
by all the little leakers.
That means people enjoy that. That they really truly like that as news.
Well, maybe do they truly like that as news, or did the little leaker not have any good news this week when he was leaking?
I don't think that's a leak. It's just that's just a great observation. It just
Pretty boring leak there, buddy.
yeah, that's just I know. Listen, I understand it. I'm just confused as to why fans will get excited about that.
Because
To me, it doesn't make sense.
But that's something that's an argumentative point where, like, if you've ever, which we learned to post and ghost and look away and all that, but if you've ever found yourself laying in a late night hotel room and you go down a comment rabbit hole, those are things that certain internet fans will stand on that they know. Well, this is why it's better because Vince McMahon would have not let the storyline play out. And they'll talk about that. But I just feel like it's a very, very, very small sector of the wrestling viewing populace.
Yeah, but and Sean has what a fucking huge following he has.
Yeah.
He signed like an 8-year contract, like years, like 3 or 4 years ago or something like that. 8 years.
In 4 years, he's going to be really delving into the big buckaroos.
I don't know if that's public knowledge or not, or now.
Well, you heard it here first. Now that is wrestling news. Sean Ross Sapp has signed an 8-year deal with Fightful Select. We broke it here on Talking Shop before the 6 a.m. hour.
Yeah,
you heard it here first, folks.
And also, it was for $4 million. Unbelievable.
It was for $40 million.
$40 million. It's fucking incredible. Yeah. Anyways, what we do now is we post and ghost, guys. We just post something and we don't read the comments. So whatever if you write comments, we don't read them. So
now if they're positive and someone tells us about.
Well, yeah, we read positive ones. That's the only ones that we do.
Yeah,
Big LG, what's going on? Anything you want to throw at the people right now? You got to sign up for Triller Plus, dude. We're behind the pay. This right here is on the front of the website. You can see us sitting right here, the real true blue broadcast journalists live for the world to see on the Roku channel, on Triller Plus, and soon going to be live on our YouTube when it's just going to be clickbait city when we're live on YouTube.
Clickbait city.
I mean, and the boys with a live hot mic on Late Night Grin, and the boys with a live hot mic on our YouTube channel. I'm going to be able to be the one to shut down who's not there anymore because I'm the one that doesn't delve in any extracurricular activities. So I'll be able to kick off anybody because it's going to be very, very insane. We're going to have a lot of guests on the show. And they're not always going to be famous guests, but they're going to be famous to us.
I have a new Talking Shop whackpacker headed over here to help me with the Talking Shop project in just a few short hours. Already kind of regretting giving him the address. I was so excited when he goes, I didn't know you only lived 90 minutes away. We could have been hanging out. And I went, oh shit. I hope this guy can edit and I'm not just in for a morning of fuckery.
You're in for a bit of all, and it's really funny too because people that don't know the real you very much. It's like they show up at whatever time and it's like, you want to drink a beer? And it's like, I mean, dude, I don't really drink like that, man.
No, we have to do a lot of work.
I don't know, man. Like, especially when they see me, they hear me talking about sober. Then they try to. I mean, I can't explain how many shots have been offered to me, and
since your sobriety.
Yeah, since my sobriety, and beers, like I don't drink it. Oh shit, that's real. Yeah, they turn it away. I mean, just handed to me.
We'll talk about this real quick because as this thing drops, we'll be headed into our weekend. The weekend, Tyrone, Georgia, Friday night action wrestling for me. Saturday, Florida Wrestling Empire, Gainesville, Florida. Sunday, Roseland, Prestige Wrestling, Portland, Oregon. Once we're through that weekend, we roll into next weekend. Friday, October 10th, we have ALW in Cocoa, Florida. Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Then we will fly Saturday morning to Pennsylvania. We will be at the HWF, the Honorary Wrestling Federation, the Sons of Mifflin County.
October 11th.
October 11th. Got a message from them. They're very excited to be mentioned on Talking Shop. Thanks for listening, boys. We will see you in Lewiston, Pennsylvania, October the 11th. And then October the 12th, we will go to Charleston, South Carolina, OSCW, for a Sunday evening show. So catch the boys on the road that weekend. That will be 10, 11, and 12 of October. Cocoa, Florida, Lewiston, Pennsylvania, Charleston, South Carolina. So come see us live. Say hello.
Catch us this weekend in Gainesville, Florida. Tomorrow night, since we're dropping on Friday morning. Tomorrow night, live in Gainesville. Find it. We're running Competition to NXT Live in Gainesville.
Running against NXT Live in Gainesville, Florida.
Let's see who wins, you know.
We'll see what happens.
And then Sunday we'll be in Portland, Oregon. And then I think LG will have a bunch of CBD oil out there since you can do that out there.
Oh, yeah. I'll rub it on my elbows, my knees, all the places.
Oh, what I mean? Yeah.
Great. All my joints.
Hopefully we'll make our flight home on Monday morning and to get home and have a great week at home.
Well, we'll see how it works.
Yeah. Hey, guys, I appreciate you. Listen, Talking Shop, goodbrothers@gmail.com. Talking Shop, TALKNSHOP, goodbrothers@gmail.com. We appreciate you for giving us the listens. Please shop us around, guys.
Shop us around.
Send us out. Sign up for Triller Plus. You don't got to pay for it if you don't want to. You just sign up for it, and you can watch us free in video form there. You can watch us on video form on YouTube. You can watch us on video form on the Roku channel, SCGN49. For the big LG, for the machine gun, if you want more wrestling news,
we'll see.
Don't listen to us. Go listen to Sean Ross Sapp. We're out of here.
Good brother corn.